Hey guys, we got a lot to talk about today, including there is a new YouTube competitor out that claims that they can help you make 50 times the amount of money that you're making here on YouTube. We'll talk a little bit about that. Also, Google is trying to encourage the internet providers to offer better data and more reliability to YouTube videos. We'll talk about what they're doing to encourage that to happen and what it means for us as creators. That and way more is coming up right after this. What's up guys? Hey, my name is Tim Schmoyer and it's Tuesday, which means that it's time to look at some online video news from last week and talk about the implications that it has for us as creators here on YouTube and maybe on another site called Rumble.com. It's a brand new YouTube competitor. Now, usually I don't feature all these because there's like these little guys popping up like everywhere, but this one is a little bit different because they have some unique people on their board and some people behind the scenes that might know a thing or two about online video, including CollegeHumor, Busted Tees, Plurk, and now one of the co-founders of Vimeo and many others. Now, the way Rumble.com works is actually a little bit different than here at YouTube, so I'm not even sure I would call them a YouTube alternative or a YouTube competitor, even though that is how they are clearly branding themselves and trying to promote themselves as that. But I created an account at the site, and from an audience development perspective, like, this is definitely not a YouTube competitor, at least not yet. And from a search perspective, it's clearly not a competitor. I mean, Google owns YouTube. I mean, I don't think I even have to say more about that. It's just clearly not a competitor in search. But what it does have is it's saying we're gonna take a little bit of a different approach to monetization. Right when you're registering and signing up for your account, they make it very clear that they will pay you for your videos and that you can earn up to 50 times more than YouTube, and they will pay you to refer friends, they will pay you to like or react, and they will allow you to have unlimited video storage with no ads on their website, and they can distribute to over 800 million people. Is that all true? When I look at one of the videos in the upper right hand corner, the first thing I see at the top of there is an ad unit, but maybe they're talking about like pre-roll ads. Maybe they have none of that, and so far I have not seen any of those on their site. Rather than just trying to do a ton of ad sales like YouTube and Google does through AdWords, instead they're going to take your content and sell it directly or license it directly to other platforms and video portals who are looking for content. Rumble claims to have relationships with video portals like Yahoo and MSN, and so they say, hey, we will actually sell your content to them or license it to them because they are looking for content, and then we will pass the percentage of that on to you. How much could you make? Well, they have actually 4 different licensing tiers, which could get kind of confusing. Number 1 is the normal profit sharing, where you get 60% of the revenue and they keep 40% of the revenue that's made through licensing or distributing your content to other platforms where it can get seen by millions of other people. Or number 2, you can give them complete total rights to your content and just give them exclusive access to it, and they will just purchase it from you for a flat fee. Number 3, you can have a non-exclusive agreement, which to me seems like, hey, you can put our videos here, but if you are going to put your videos anywhere else on the internet and it's not going to be exclusive for just here, like, there's going to be no revenue sharing, no selling of content. Like, all we're going to do is just host it here and you just give us the permission to kind of like promote and feature it here. Or the 4th option is you just say, this video is not for sale. I want to keep it on your website, but I don't want you selling it. I don't want you promoting it. All I'm giving you is permission for me to host my video file on your servers. So basically, if you want to make any money off of this website, number 1, you must have really high quality premium content that these other websites and portals are looking to license and buy. And number 2, you have to give them exclusive rights. I mean, you can't upload your video here to YouTube or to Vimeo and then also put it on Rumble.com and hope it does something there. Like, if they catch you doing that, you've broken their terms of service and you probably just get banned. But let's say you're willing to take that risk and you have some premium content that you think can like do really well on some of these other like high quality professional sites. So you upload your video to them, you take that gamble, and if that actually doesn't sell or they don't buy that clip from you just directly for a flat fee, you make 0. So to me, it does not actually sound like a true YouTube competitor. It sounds to me like something that could work well for people more the Vimeo crowd who are like typically making like really high quality professional like documentaries and feature film length stuff and maybe some like, you know, just really high quality stuff. So maybe that community might fit better on a place like Rumble.com, and maybe that is why the co-founder of Vimeo is now on the advisory board for Rumble.com. Personally, I created an account there, but I don't think I'm going to be doing much of anything to invest into this site. Some other creators actually, like Nalts, when he saw this, I'll link up to his blog post below if you guys want to go read his his thoughts about it. He thought it was like actually an April Fool's joke that was just like happened to not happen around April Fool's. Like he just thought the whole site was ridiculous, and he lists out a lot of different reasons why. I mean, the payout for one thing, like you actually don't get paid for like 3 to 4 months afterwards, like after the agreement's been made, because it takes that much time for these other like Yahoo and MSN and other video portals to kind of get their analytics and money together from the CPMs that they have on their sites, which are presumably way higher than what YouTube is selling here, and that's how you get more money, I suppose, and lots of other things. So it's just like, it just sounds like confusing to me, and it's not something I really want to be a part of. And two, I don't really think it will work, like be successful as far as like a true YouTube competitor that has like the same amount of traffic and infrastructure and everything. Well, YouTube doesn't really have support, so it won't be hard for, you know, Ramble.com or Rumble.com to actually like beat YouTube as far as support goes. But other than that, like I just don't think I'm gonna have much to do with it. Speaking of YouTube competitors, if there is one other video platform that I'm gonna pick as kind of like my second favorite besides YouTube, is Vimeo. I mean, Vimeo is actually doing some really crazy cool stuff, and one of the things that they're experimenting with right now are animated or slightly animated thumbnail images. So rather than just being like a static image that you see somewhere, now like there's a little bit of motion to it, and you can see how it kind of catches your eye, maybe entices you to maybe want to check it out and click on it. You could see how this could be a problem though if, let's say, you have a web page and there's just like a ton of these like little slightly animated thumbnails, like all line. You can see how that page could be like really overwhelming really fast. But for just like one video, if it's like goes through like a Facebook feed or something, or you're scrolling on, well, I wouldn't have apply as much to Twitter, but you know, you're just like in Tumblr or something, and you see like a kind of a animated thumbnail, you can see how like what that would catch your attention, you know? 3 quick links for you guys down there. The first one is how Google is actually publicizing how good different internet providers are at streaming online video. So if you as a consumer are checking out a different, you know, internet provider, you can check their rating to see what their kind of quality is and if they can stream HD with no problem or not, because it's like net neutrality kind of becomes a thing we talked about last time. This is maybe their attempt to like certify different internet providers as being like YouTube friendly to hopefully help consumers know like which internet providers to go with. So if I go with this one, will Netflix work well? If I go with this one, will YouTube work well? You know, and so that's, you know, a thing that's happening. I went to their website, which I will link below. You can read more about what Google's doing, but I was really hoping I could test my own internet providers, and unfortunately right now it's just telling me that that kind of data is unavailable in my area. But hopefully coming out soon, I can kind of see who the internet providers are around me on this website, on Google's website, that would tell me like these are the best internet providers around you for streaming video. Also down there is a link from mods.com. They did a video about how to amplify your message through influencers in your niche. I know a lot of us would love to have our videos being retweeted or sent out to different email lists or posted on websites or blogs of, you know, really famous people who have tons of traffic and lots of viewers. And this article tells you a little bit more how you can be a little bit more successful in reaching out to those people and getting them to do that. So I said I had 3 links. I lied, I only have 2. So go check out those below. If this is your first time here, I'd love to have you subscribe. Every Tuesday we do just what you saw right here. Just look at some online video news from last week and talk about the implications it has for us as creators. And then on Wednesdays, do some YouTube tips and advice. We have another interview coming up tomorrow with Sarah Fit. You won't want to miss that. And then on Thursdays, to do some YouTube Q&A with you guys, just to help you out, because I really do believe, as I kind of alluded to, that all of you guys, well, not all of you, but most of you have messages that could really change people's lives and make this world a better place. And I am really interested in helping you guys build your audiences and your viewership here on YouTube so that your message can just reach the people who need to hear what you have to say. So thank you for letting me be a part of that. Subscribe, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.